Hey, I was reminded over the weekend by several people actually about a possible motivation that I forgot to mention for the current sheriff on why he's decided to run for a fourth term after telling everybody he was only going to run for 3 terms. And it is essentially that if it ain't broke, don't fix it, which is one of those philosophies that sounds great, but isn't really true and doesn't necessarily apply to this situation because, as anybody that can tell you that's ever been in charge, that is the job, trying to fix things before they break. You're trying to recognize patterns and keep problems from becoming bigger. It's the same reason why you change your oil on your car, because you don't want it to break. Now, the person that's in charge in this situation is us. We, the voters, get to select who the elected officials are. So because we're in charge, just consider this, that the average productivity of a worker in the same job tends to go down significantly after about 6 years in the same position. Now, the current sheriff has had his job for twice that long, and he's been in elected politics for 30 years. Now, the reason why that should concern us, it should be a pattern that we look at, is that whether you're talking about Joe Biden or Nancy Pelosi or Mitch McConnell or Dianne Feinstein, the longer you stick around those jobs, the more your judgment starts to slip. The further and further you get away from the things that you joined or you set out to do in the first place, and you kind of lose touch with the people that you're supposed to be representing and you're supposed to be in charge of. Again, I'm not necessarily holding it against them because that is the temptation. Any one of us, if we were in a job like that for that long, would probably succumb to the same temptations. And that's probably one of the reasons why the current sheriff decided to only run for 3 terms, because he's not a dumb person. I mean, he recognizes that that is the temptation for all of us. And so why not retire? Why not go off and enjoy the things that you've worked for, spend time with your family? You've certainly earned it, but something has changed, and I'm not sure what that is. One of the reasons why I wanted to have this conversation is to find out what's changed. But to this point, he's not accepted the invitation. So in the meantime, please go back and look at some of the videos that I put out. I've tried to be very deliberate and as transparent as possible and give people the opportunity to choose between 2 different paths over the next 4 years. We're going to post in the comments the link to our YouTube page where all the videos are located so you don't have to search for them. But if there's anything that I've said that you disagree with, anything that you are unclear about or I miscommunicated about, please let me know. You know, it's my goal really to communicate as clearly as possible and let you know what I'm thinking so that you can choose with confidence on October 14th. So again, I appreciate all the support and we will see you out there.